Welcome to Qbaby's Let's Be Honest. I'm here today with my special guest,
Teresa Campbell. I'm his auntie, and I'm about talking about family ain't shit.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about this topic that you wanted to talk to me about.
Well, my family ain't shit. I don't know about y'all. First of all, like, they have their own little cliques, and that's what I hate about it. I guess I'm the black sheep of the family or whatever. But I don't have time for bullshit. I'm a straightforward person. If I got something on mine, I'm gonna tell it like it is. Like when I had surgery in 2021, and I was going through my little thing with my mom. You know, she got Alzheimer's and stuff, and I was staying with her and trying to help her. We had a little incident, and the family was like, "Get out the house." I'm like, "I'm not going nowhere. I'm finna get ready to have surgery for my 4th surgery in October the 21st in 2023. And I said, "I'm not going anywhere." "Well, you need to leave." I said, "I can park my car around to the back and go on the inside." And so I've been in the medical field for over 30 years, and I'm 52 now, and I got more experience than the other sisters that I have. And so my mom called the police on me twice, and I didn't want to I'm not going to press no charges on my mom. I'm not going to do that, you know, because my mom is my mom, and I know she got an illness. And the rest of the sisters and brothers didn't believe what I was talking about. I said, "Mom got Alzheimer's. Y'all need to get her some help." So when she come at me at the wrong way, I had to detain her. You know, I just took her hand behind her back so she won't harm me or I won't harm her. So they got upset with me because I did that. "Well, you don't need to be around my mama and all this stuff." And I'm like, "Excuse me? That's my mom. I'm not going to let her hurt me and then not to detain her." Because, you know, when you're old like that, because I've been in the mental ward and I got licensed for that. And they was like, well, you hurt her. She don't want to be around you. She think you put her hands on her. I said, "What you want me to do? Let her hurt me? If I can't detain her, what I supposed to do, Q? Well, tell me that."
I can understand that, like, because the one thing I can say, if we're going to talk about our own family on this, is that a lot of people have a hard time believing when it comes to illnesses. Like, even with my own mom, she didn't believe bed bugs were real, but really,
it is.
Yeah, it's a real thing. Yeah. And the same thing with the whole thing, like, yes, you've been in the medical field for years. And the thing is that even the whole family has even told me, she don't have Alzheimer's. I was like, I should know what Alzheimer's is, because where I work at is that I really work around with like these people that have Alzheimer's.
Right.
And I know my grandma has the early symptoms of it. So I can understand to a degree of what you mean on that. And you know what I'm saying? It's always a better way that things can be handled. But in the spare of the moment, like, you know what I'm saying, sometimes we probably like overdo what we needed to do at the time, like in that situation.
No. It's not no overdo what you have to do. But you got to detain the person so they won't hurt you.
Yeah, but it's all
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's the way that you handle her. You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
And it's a way. See, they think I just rough her up and all that stuff. No, it's not like that.
Yeah.
I just detain her like a police officer. You know, put your hand behind your back, or I just like she'll come at you in the wrong way, and I'm like, no. So I detain her, hold her, and put her in her chair, let her sit down. I'm like, no, you can't do this, baby. You can't do this. And she'll say, "Oh, go to hell. Carry your ass back to Hot Spring." I said, "I'm here to take care of you." And so the family's like, well, she did this right here. And they have their own looking cliques, you feel me? I don't like that. You know, we try to bring the family together. Me and my sister Faye, and we close like this. Even when my sister was alive, it's the same thing. And I said some words to my sister, the one that passed. Now, I saw you big pop belly so-and-so throwing on, if you die, da-da-da-da-da-da. You know, that's just me out of anger. But I didn't mean it, but, you know, I just had to say what I have to say. You're not going to keep me away from my mom.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "I didn't keep you from your mom, and this and this. It's our mom and all this stuff." I don't like stuff like that.
I think that a lot of people say a lot of things out of anger and then they didn't really truly mean it.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure you feel bad that when you did say those things, and I don't know if y'all got a chance to make up.
Oh yeah, we made it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was like in April I had my little birthday bash. Faye was like, Trisha, you need to go in and talk to her, apologize to her, whatever. And I was like, no, being stubborn I am. I'm like, no. So I was like, hell no, I ain't gonna do that shit. Hell no. And they said, Teresa, you gotta be the better person. Now, so I'm like, okay, cool. So I think around about the 25th or something, I said, well, let me go over here and talk to her. So I went over to her house and I was like, look here, Ann. I said, I forgive you for what you have done. I want you to forgive me for what I done to you. I don't mean the words that I said. It just came out of anger. And so I made my peace with my sister, even though that she already had a little time that she had. You know what I mean? And on that subject there, I don't feel like they had my back. You feel me? You know, I was going through an ordeal, you know, going through surgery. Like I had my surgery. My sister died in, 2000, let me get it right now. She had done it that year. 2021, I had my surgery in 2021. I had even before my sister passed. I had my surgery in 2021 in October. And I told everybody, I said, well, I'm going to get ready to have surgery, you know. And I said, this is a major surgery for me. And all they said, well, I pray for you. Pray for me. Everybody can pray, you know. But it's the idea not coming. They didn't even call me. I stayed around the corner. They do not come and visit me or nothing when I was staying in Truman. So I feel like a type of way, you know, I'm the baby sister of the family. And I felt some type of way because they didn't call me. Say, hey girl, how you doing? You doing all right? Ain't nobody called me but Faye.
Well, to be honest,
okay, be honest with me.
I can understand to your degree of what you're saying that you know what I'm saying, they didn't reach out to you and things like that. Like I fully agree with that and I understand that from that side of view. But at the same time, on the flip side, because I have heard some parts, even though I haven't even been in Truman, like words gets to me about what's going on. Apparently a whole bunch of extra stuff between y'all was going on. Like they say you did some foul stuff down there that rubbed them the wrong way. So, you know what I'm saying, on both sides, I know both sides are hurt.
We're going to get on that part
too. Yeah, I know. Okay, I'm just saying, like, both sides have their own version of what, you know what I'm saying, make them feel some type of way. So the best way that I can say that such a thing can even be handled at all is that, number one, us get together and just break down the conversation so that everybody's voice can be heard on, like, what was their part in it. And at the same time, hearing out each other instead of just reacting off words. Because the one thing that I can say about my own family is that our main problem is that we want to, like if we have a serious conversation and we're trying to, like, talk about stuff that's going on in the family or whatever, we have people that will instantly try to, like, pretty much jump that person when they're just trying to speak about, like, what the problem is. Or they'll try to belittle what is being talked about, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that we got to stop because it stops people from being able to voice their opinions. Yes. Because, like, a prime example, like I threw a birthday bash for my mom's for her 50th birthday. You know what I'm saying? I had rented out a whole entire little, you know what I'm saying, ordeal for her. You know what I'm saying? Like my cousin Sam that had ended up coming on the podcast, him and his wife. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you've seen that on YouTube or whatever with him and his wife. I should have did a better job. I wanted to do another one. But the thing is that he was going to do a comedy special with my mom's. But we had some family members that was talking trash to him to belittle him so he didn't have the confidence, you know what I'm saying? So that's something that we have to work on as a family to stop doing. Like even people was talking about like, oh man, you shouldn't be playing this kind of music at this party.
You can play whatever you want to play. It's your party. And it's your mom party.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
A lot of people have a lot of things to say, but at the end of the day,
you know what you should have told them?
Yeah.
Kiss your ass.
Oh, of course.
That's what you should have told them. Kiss your ass.
Like they were trying to tell me, oh man, I should show you how to throw a party. Like,
well, if they want to throw the motherfucking party, excuse me. If they want to throw the party, they should have thrown it in. Yeah. Don't rain on your parade what you had for your mom.
Yeah, like the one thing I noticed after I did that party, like some of them try to do the same thing for their parents afterwards. I'm like, and they ain't never done nothing like that for their parents in the first place, but they watched and seen how I'm doing in that same aspect. It's a lot of hatred in seeing
haters.
Yeah, it comes with the territory. Yes, but at the same time, like even though they did that side swipe stuff, like You know what I'm saying? I still love them. You know what I'm saying? I wish them the best. But at the same time, like, it doesn't stop me from doing what God has planned for me. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's just like, I'm going to let them stay in their lane. I'm going to stay in mine.
Mm-hmm.
And if they ever try to want to, like, meet in the middle where we can have a conversation of why we ain't able to move here, like, the only people that actually gave me some good, like, vibes was Shonda, Jason, Lil Ed. You know what I'm saying? Like, they came in talking about, like, Q, man, I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're doing this for your mom. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a good thing. Like, I was like, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been working to get myself to the best possible position. And, like, even a few people was talking about, like, well, you don't want to come down and see grandma. I was like, I do.
Drama.
It's not necessarily drama.
Yes, it is.
For me, it's not the drama. My main thing is that when it comes to grandma, I'm weak when it comes to her. And I know she has the early stages of dementia,
Mm-hmm.
and it tears me up as an individual. So my main thing is that I want to try to get myself in the best possible position so I can actually spend the amount of time that I want to spend with her.
Well, you ain't got to worry about that, boo. So they gone to Florida now. Once they come back from Florida, I'm getting her for a week down here.
Oh, grandma's in Florida?
Yeah, she's in Florida right now. They left out Thursday. They probably a family reunion down there. I didn't go because they don't fool with me on that level, you know. So it just like they have their own cliques, and that's why I told them back there for years. I said, y'all got your own cliques and stuff. So how can I come to you and say, hey, let's do this and do this? It used to be so love and fire. When Bucci was alive, everybody got along together. We had dancing off and we did our thing and all that stuff. But now family ain't shit right now.
Yeah,
it's not.
I can agree.
It's not. It's not the same. And the only reason that I'm still in my mom life, I'm going to continue being in my mom life. The rest of them to kick rocks. You feel me? And I know I'm wrong probably saying it, but hey, they can kick rocks. I don't have time for that. I'm a better person than that.
The reality is that when it comes to being, you know what I'm saying, an adult, like, it ain't necessarily the whole kick rocks thing. It's just like, if you're not trying to bring value to the life that I'm trying to have, which is peace of mind,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, peace of the soul, if you want to put it like that too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You should always look for what brings peace. Like, anything that brings chaos to your life, you have to let go. And that's one thing that I did. Like, I chose my peace over everything. Mm-hmm. That's the reason why my life is more peaceful. And anybody that brings chaos or problems or just drama to my life, I will literally X them out of it, erase it. You know what I'm saying? So, as an individual, whether you're a man or woman, you know what I'm saying, I would tell anybody that's in this situation is to automatically protect your peace. Protect yourself from people, like, using your emotions against you or things that you did in the past or anything like that. Like, if you're trying to better yourself, focus on that. Don't let no one stop you from achieving
that. They ain't gonna stop me for nothing. Trust me. No. I just like, and then let's get back on the other thing. Like, when my sister passed and all that stuff, and then me and Faye just made t-shirts, and they got pissed about that because we made a shirt with my sister's name on it, and we had a balloon release. So all of them got mad at us. I was like, Faye, F them. F them. And so we not even close to them. You know, I can go down, like last weekend for Faye's birthday, I was down there the weekend. Mary come over there, give mama a shower. She'll just say, this all shit. Hey girl. I'll be like, hey, how you doing? Just like that. It's just a drive. We never have a conversation or nothing to sit down and just kick it or whatever. She don't do that. She don't, hey, well, I guess I'm finna go now.
Well,
you know, but I bypassed that because they, you know, hey, they got their own clique. I can't stop that.
At the end of the day, like, I'm gonna have to be honest, y'all. Like,
be honest, please. Be this is Qbaby. Be honest. So
okay.
Be honest.
This gonna hurt, like, on both sides.
Okay, hurt. Come on, talk.
I'm hurt both feelings on this.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I even know it's the same thing that you're talking about too. So the reality is that somebody got to be the bigger person, regardless if it's you or whether it's them. Like forget all. Like, we're not in high school.
Mm-mm.
We're not children.
Nope.
So if you are grown, act grown.
That's it.
So acting grown is that if you want to have a conversation with your sister, be like, look, sis, can we sit down and have a conversation? You could have said that that's the being a bigger person. It could be in the same thing in reverse. She could do the same thing to you. But the thing about it is, your maturity level is based off you being able to say, you know what I'm saying? I can understand that we have our differences. I can understand we have our problems. But at the same time, I'm a grown woman. You're a grown woman. You're a grown man. I'm a grown man. So if I want to talk to you, if I want to get close to you, we got to have this conversation.
But they don't want to get close to me.
Well, you...
Now, let's back it up.
Okay.
Even though, anytime your sister come and tell you, this is Mary, Teresa, I don't know how to talk to you. I don't know if it's the real Teresa come out or the other Teresa. What the fuck you mean? Think I got two personalities or something? I mean, excuse me. Excuse me. I'm sorry, you two. Please forgive me. I just in my mouth. I'm gonna say hell.
Okay. The thing is that everybody has two versions of themselves, regardless of you. Regardless, like everybody has two versions of themselves. They have the version of themselves that they want the world to see, and they have the version of themselves that's the true them. So whenever someone does even say that, like, I don't know how to perceive you or how to act or react with you. Like, the one thing I notice about my Auntie Mary is that, is like, how can I put it?
Fake.
I wouldn't say fake.
Fake.
I wouldn't go that far as
yes,
fake.
Yes.
I'll say that, like, cause out of all the aunties, like, I have to admit,
Faye is the number one. Faye is the ride or die.
Faye is the most kind-hearted. She's the one that she's where
gonna try to keep the family together.
Like, the reason why I say Faye is the kind-hearted because Faye taught me something. Because like to this day, like, as y'all know, I got adopted by grandma and Faye, so I live with them most majority of my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As a child growing up, to me, Faye has always been like a second mom to me, just like grandma has been a second mom. You know what I'm saying? So when it came to Faye, Faye taught me that thought process of, like, I'll feed anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And she does
that's her kind heart person, and that's something that I took from her in the way that I proceed through life.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So Mary was always the one that was the business oriented hustler. Like, I'm sorry, like you and her had that. You and her both had that. Y'all both have that hustle in y'all. Like, whether you like it or not, like, lifestyle proves it.
Yeah, she had a hustle. She had a hustle. I'm gonna tell you what the hustle.
No, I want to know what the hustle is. What I'm saying is that you and her both had y'all hustle. Y'all was the two hustlers out of the family, and your children is a pretty much a branch of it to an extent. I ain't saying both of your kids. I'm just saying it's a branch off. Like from what your children succeed in when they get grown is what shows how much they have taken from you. You can tell from Jason and Joseph the way that they have achieved the things they did. I ain't saying they're perfect, but they live comfortable enough that they're not in jail, any of that stuff. They're living their life the way they want. I ain't saying that they're the best fathers in the world. Can't say, because I don't know. I don't be around like that. You know what I'm saying? The one person I can talk about that really makes me want to be a father like him is my cousin Lil John. Because he's like the number one cousin out of all my cousins that I look up to in the way that he carries himself as a father figure and as a man. So I have always aspired to be a father figure like him whenever I have my kids, the way that he's there for every last one of his kids. The way that he's able to talk to the baby mamas and be on the same one accord. You know what I'm saying? The way that he's able to be there for any of the kids' events, the way he handled business. Like, I want to have that same, you know what I'm saying, mindset. And work like that. So I'm not saying people are perfect.
No, ain't nobody perfect. Hell, I ain't perfect. Hell.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I got 3.
But the thing is that when it came down to the natural born hustlers, I had watched you for years hustle and grind the way that you did. And I seen the same thing with Mary too.
I got to.
So y'all hustle and grind different or whatever, but at the same time, like, when it came to the hustlers, that was you. The people that was mostly like to the heart and core of things was Bucci and Faye. Because Bucci was the person that helped with the sternness and making sure the family got together. Even if they didn't have a ride.
Ass too,
Like,
he does.
Win, lose, or draw.
He'll protect the other family.
Yeah, he was that shield for a long time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That helped with that. I ain't saying he was perfect or nothing
no,
like that.
No, he's not perfect.
You know what I'm saying? But Faye was is like the heart, because at the end of the day, she'll be there for anybody.
And open her door for anybody.
Like,
and feed people.
I ain't saying that she's perfect, but you know what I'm saying? Like that was one of her main traits. And that's something that I had to like absorb into my own self as an individual.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I got some of your hustle and the grind like you and Mary, you know what I'm saying? And then I partially have a little bit of Bucci with the whole trying like, look, I got to be able to lead the way in the way that I want my little cousins to see me or my brother to see me, you know what I'm saying? Even my own mother to see me, you know what I'm saying? For they can be like, okay, he's doing the right thing, so maybe I should follow along and get on the train of doing better, you know what I'm saying?
And then another thing I have a problem with is my twin. We twins, you know, we don't even get along. And that's crazy, ain't it? That's really crazy. I don't even know half the time what she mad at me for anyway. You know, it's just sad, you know, and then I think I know part of it. That car. She co-signed for me a car.
That ain't just the only thing.
What else?
It's a lot.
What else?
Like y'all both have things that y'all really just need to sit down as twin sisters and put the cards on the table of what you both did to one another to hurt one another's feelings or heart. You know what I'm saying? The way that you acted. Because one thing, we're not gonna play like both of y'all are saints.
No, I'm not saying. I can tell you, I ain't no saint, baby.
So you have to just admit one thing, because like I say, this is a podcast.
Yeah,
let's
be honest. Yeah.
So the honest truth is that you have done a lot of wrong to people, and people have done a lot of wrong to you. That's just the facts of it. Like nobody can deny that. Like everybody have done wrong to somebody. And
did I beat her up?
I don't know about the beating up. I don't know nothing.
I did that.
I don't know about that. What I'm saying is like you could have did other things, and we're gonna talk about those things in private. Like I'd rather not throw that stuff out there. Like that's just a different conversation in itself. Like, but when it comes to conversations like that, it's just like both sides have wronged someone. It's like, cause she probably wronged you in some way. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And you probably wronged her in some way. And that's the reason why I said that's something that y'all need to do. Close doors, sit down one-on-one, have that conversation, and find out, okay, what did I do to cause you, you know what I'm saying, pain? Or what did I do that hurt you?
We did that in everything. She's like, oh, I'm cool, we cool, and I don't have no problem with you. But she's a type of person that like just like that car. She think because you co-sign for a person for a car, that it's her car. It's not your car. You don't understand what a cosigner is. Cosigner mean that if I miss 4 or 5 notes or 2 notes or whatever, can't pay it, you supposed to take the car from me. Right or wrong? Yeah. And that's a cosigner?
Yeah.
And so she think like if I have a wreck in that car, she thinks she's supposed to get my insurance check. No. Because it's both for our name. And I'm like, no. Because when I'm still working on my insurance on my car already for 2021, when I had a hit and run and I had to chase a mug, you know, all the way, I'm about halfway to Pine Bluff.
Well, that's...
And then, high in the destiny, my lawyer called me and said, Teresa, I don't know what's going on with y'all or anything, but your sister talking about pressing charges on me. I said, pressing charges on you? She wants your check that you had to wreck in the car. I said, child, she ain't getting nothing. I said, shit, because it's not hers. It's the insurance and my name. Car note, I'm switching and put it in my name.
Okay. But
so that's the whole thing. That's the only thing I can think that she mad at me about. But she's not a woman enough to come and say, hey, Teresa, let me talk to you or whatever. I come and say, I'm sorry, let me talk to you for a minute.
I don't know. That's a whole dicey situation. Like, I have to get more information. Far as that, like, I just can't just go off at the mouth and be like, oh, I know how the inner workings of that work, like, far as that situation. Like, you'll have to, like, it'll need to be more information. Like, because me personally, the one thing that I do is like, I don't talk about stuff that I don't know nothing about or that I haven't, like, went and got some information about. You know what I'm saying? That's just like when I sit here on my podcast and I talk about other things, that's something I got facts, you know what I'm saying, data and statistics on.
So I wish we could have got one together. We need one really together so she can tell me what's going on, you know, tell me what's going on, you know.
Like, it can happen, but it's going to come down to you both, like, being honest about something, because situations and conversations like that can definitely be very emotional because it's like you're how can I put this on a grander scale? Like 9 times out of 10, people try to run away from conflict, and when you have conversations on that level with people that you love and you care about, it becomes very emotional, very torn. That it's like I don't want to have an argument when I can just avoid the argument in itself. You know what I'm saying?
I read a person come and tell me what's going on, you know.
That's true.
Ever since we've been growing up, we moved here in '89 after we graduated. Ever since we been in Hot Spring, I had her back. You know, I'm doing the fight. She ain't gonna fight or flee. She can talk the shit, but she ain't gonna fight or flee. You know, I have many nights she come and get me out of my bed saying somebody finna beat her up. I'm coming in my pajamas ready to rock and roll with the honest was on there. I was like, who is he? And I forgot the damn girl's name, but whatever her damn name is. I said, well, let's go get this food. I ain't forget out my bed not to do nothing. Nah, just leave her alone. What the hell you get out of my bed for?
Yeah, I can understand.
You know, let's fight. Let's do what we got to do, you know. But I know her, I know Aretha all my life, and I'm 52 years. She ain't gonna fight or flee.
I can understand.
I fought for her ever since we was in school. Anybody want to jump on her? People knock her down. I'm jumping on your sister. Well, she's not here, but come on, fight me.
I can understand. It's just, when it comes down to it, it's just like, y'all are sisters.
Yeah.
And y'all have to understand one thing. You have to understand that, yeah, it's some things that y'all both do to each other that probably upset the other. And it has to be able to get to a point where y'all can have a conversation because, I'm sorry to tell y'all ain't kids no more. Y'all are grown women. Y'all have your own lives. Y'all have your own things going on. But at the end of the day, you have to get to a consensus where you can be like, okay, let's talk woman to woman. Let me know what's going on what's on your chest. I'm gonna tell you what's on my chest. We
tried that and done that,
but
it didn't work.
Well, you just didn't have the right person that you was having to ask these questions.
Okay, well, Cutie, we need to set up something that me, you, and her, we can be on live. I don't care.
Oh, sure. I'll set it up, but it's nothing for me because the thing is that I'm gonna ask the tough questions. Like
I want you to.
Hey,
I don't want you to sugarcoat nothing.
Hey, Sam and his wife, man, because like after Sam and his wife came onto my show and we had the discussion we had, he felt very empowered. And him and his wife both, the fact that they was able to like bro, I have never ever thought about talking to my wife and about things like this. Like you really gave me some insight and I can't wait to do it again. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the whole point of it is that it gives people that space.
Get it out, you know.
And that's the kind of the reason why I went up with the setup that I have, because I want people to be look, it's just us laying back and us just trying to understand. It's not about just talking. Yeah. It's about actually listening and understanding where this person's coming from. Mm-hmm. So that's what it's always going to be about when it comes to the podcast that I do. Mm-hmm. So if you and my mom want to have a sit down and have a conversation on the podcast, that's you're more than welcome. But the thing about it is that when we do this, we're going to have to do it right, and y'all both going to have to respect the platform for sure.
You know
what I'm saying? Just mainly just hearing each other out, understanding why they think this, and then break down why you think they shouldn't think like that. Because 9 times out of 10, most people have misunderstandings on certain things, on way things went down. Mm-hmm. So you have to be careful on that because you end up creating your own monster in your head. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I don't have no inner monster. I love my sister, and I want to get close to my sister. Mm-hmm. You know, and because we twins, we should have been like this.
Okay, I'm gonna put it like this. In the end, regardless, whenever you have your surgeries, who's the one person you call, that's in town, when you're in Hot Springs, Arkansas?
I have my kids. I tell Aretha, I'm finna get ready to have sister.
Do my mom come running to you when you
No,
have this
not
surgery?
really.
Because I know for a fact, for a few of them, she actually came up to the hospitals and to your surgeries with you. I know that for a fact.
One time back when I had my first surgery, yes. Mm-hmm. But these 5 I had on this knee right here.
Oh, I don't know about those 5.
No, she came with the left one. I can give her credit for that because her and Miss Mama Fanny round the corner. Yeah, that came for the first one. But baby, when I had these 5 on this knee,
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said,
I had 5 surgery on this right knee.
that's fine. Like I don't know the full scope.
And
I'm
then,
just talking about to an extent she was trying to be there. Like when you had your first surgery on.
She had my first surgery.
Yeah,
She came and she